Welcome to the Prop Market. I'm your host, the Prop King, and today I'll be going over my Week 2 college football prop picks. I will be going over 10 picks this week. I'm very confident with these picks. I love a lot of these lines. As you see, I got Quinn Ewers and Milroe, the game of the week right here, and we'll touch on these guys later. Last week we did very well, and I'll go over that briefly. I did have a recap show, but we did really well last week, and we're just hoping that we come back for another great week. Remember, this is an informational video. Yes, I'm making all these picks. Yes, I'm doing a lot of research, but I also want you guys to do your own research as well. That's also very important. Of course, keep what you want, leave what you don't. You also can skip to the end of the video. I have the picks kind of out, but you won't get, I guess you'll have to go through the video to kind of get their full names and everything and just my diagnosis of what's going on. I have a lot of good information here, and hopefully you guys can use it and win. I mix and matched. I had a couple 5 pick parlays. I did really well last week. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get to our show. Our first let's just go over last week. Like I said, 10-4, 71%. That's pretty good. It's really good. Actually, you need to be 54% to be profitable. Year to date, we're at 65%. And for all sports, we're at 68%. Last week's picks, as you see, like once again, 71%. And we missed on a couple picks that we're going to try to get right this week. Now to my first pick. As you see, I have 3 Prop King emojis up on the top, and that's for Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers is facing the Alabama defense that we all know is really good and has always been great. But I also know that the defense is really good against the run. They like to stop the run. They have a very strong front seven. And Texas running game has not been great. They are breaking in 2 new safeties, which we can definitely kind of go off of. Texas did not look great in the running game versus Rice, or really great in my opinion at all. Whether it's good for Texas or not, he'll be forced to throw a lot more. He had 30 attempts, and I expect him to have the same or more. The number has come down from 272. That's where the number was originally set. So we have really good value. And so with all that being said, I love him at 244.5 passing yards. That's a big discount, and we love discounts in the prop market. Next pick is Jeff Sims from Nebraska. Now, if you watched the game last week, you might be saying, Prop King, what are you doing? Well, I believe Jeff Sims is going to have a great week because I also watched Colorado play, and they were giving up points all over the board. Jeff Sims will have to bring his team back. Colorado has a horrible defense, and so I believe he'll be able to get a lot of easy passes going. I think they're going to try to get him going, give him more passing opportunities this week. He'll have to keep up with Colorado's scoring. He only threw the ball 19 times. I don't see that happening again. I see him throwing it way more, and I expect more possessions in this game. Minnesota's kind of a run and pound type team. Colorado, we know what they're going to do. They're going to play fast. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for Sims to throw the football. And I see his, like I said, those easy, quick passes. I see his receivers getting a lot of yak, yards after catch. And so the total is at 55.5, which is a pretty high total. And it's also the game is close. It's within 3 points as the spread. So it's going to be a close game, a pretty high total. I like Jeff Sims here, over 177 passing yards. Michael Pratt is a guy that I kind of hit last year a lot. I really like Michael Pratt here in this situation. He is the underdog. He had 294 passing yards. I've got him projected at 275. I really see he'll have to pass a lot more to stay with Ole Miss. Ole Miss is going to be throwing the ball. We know their offense. We know their guys. He has a great receiving group, and I see a lot of yards after catch. He started at 272. That was the number it came out with. He's now dipped so low. It's going to be a great discount, a huge discount for us. This is a buy low, sell high spot. The over for the point total is 66.5, and he's only a 7-point underdog. I love it when there's a high total and we have an underdog quarterback who's going to have to throw. Talent experience, I love, is over 237.5 passing yards. Jalen Milroe, we talked about Quinn. Well, with Quinn Ewers throwing the ball, that means somebody's going to have to follow behind him. And that person's going to be Jalen Milroe. Texas will force him to be a passer. I believe they're going to try to stop the run. They're going to do the best they can do to stop the run. He only had 194 passing yards last week, but he only threw the ball 18 times. I expect him to be close to 30 passes to win this game. His usage rate will be high. And once again, he won the quarterback competition this summer. So I believe Saban has said that he's a much improved passer. Texas secondary is shaky, and the over-under is set pretty high. Once again, it's below a 7-point spread. And I feel like that this is going to be a good game for him to kind of show what he has. And I think Texas is going to make him. I love this over 203 passing yards, a very low over for a starting quarterback in a big game. Sam Hartman, we're going back with Sam Hartman. We went with him week 1, and he got there for us. I like him again right now. Sam's a guy that's going to get, they have been running the ball a lot. But I see them going to have to throw the ball a little bit more. He's getting integrated in. He averages about 3 TDs a game, and he's throwing it at 82%. I think NC State will do the best job they've faced so far trying to stop the run. Point spread's pretty close, so I believe it's going to be a real competitive game. More passing rate, higher usage rate. I see this being a really good game. He has very good receivers. Once again, a lot of receivers in the top on the fantasy books. A lot of receivers are in there. I like Sam Hartman over 21 fantasy score. Cam Ward's a guy that I love right here. Cam Ward is a guy who I actually picked last week, but I wasn't able to post it because it came out so late. But over under set at 58. It's going to be a close game within 6 points. And Washington's a underdog to Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin's playing a lot faster. And just kind of going back to some trends that we always look at. I love high totals with an underdog quarterback because that means the quarterback is going to have to throw a lot to try to get back in the game. And hopefully this is a high-scoring game. Hopefully Wisconsin keeps their fast-paced offense going. And Cam Ward, I got him over 20.5 fantasy score. Emory Jones is a guy who had a great game last week. He's not getting too much credit because the competition wasn't great. He had 345 passing yards. I have him projected 245. That's a whole 100 yards less than last week. Yet he is still going to be, put way under this number in the books, which I'm not really understanding. He has talent and experience, and he has a number that's set so low. It's just going to be like, I have to pick this guy at this point. The discrepancy is crazy. I got him over 212 passing yards. Drake Maye is the guy we went with last week. He threw for 269 passing yards. I feel like I got him, I feel like this is a bounce back week for Drake Maye. App State, they've been traditionally stayed in pretty close with games. I feel like they're going to let him open it up a little bit. I feel like they were running the ball a lot last week, and that kind of hurts some things versus South Carolina. I feel like he's going to be a top performer for me. I think he'll be great running and throwing the football and getting those good passes in the end zone. I got him over 25.5 fantasy score. Ashton Daniels is next. Guy from Stanford. I watched Stanford play last week. I actually watched a lot of that game. They're not the ground and pound team they're looking to kind of throw the ball and air it out. I feel like Ashton Daniels is the guy to do it. He'll be playing against USC and my boy Caleb Williams. He's going to be going up and down the field. And so with that being said, he's going to have to throw, once again, another underdog coming in a pretty high total. I think he's going to be getting a lot of empty yards. What I expected Shedeur Sanders to get last week, but he just blew the top off. That being said, I got him over 238.5 passing yards. My last pick for today will be Shedeur Sanders. Man, he hit so well last week. I just left the same picture. Why not ride it? It's 510 passing yards. I think we got him somewhere low in the 200s. It was crazy. I feel like Emory Jones has a chance to be that guy this week, or, or even Milrow with such a low total passing yards. I love these guys at this point. His projected fantasy score for me is 24.6. It's based on last week and a couple other factors. I love the defense being so bad from Colorado that he's going to have to throw the football. Nebraska, I don't really think it matters with the defense, the kind of offense. I think he's just going to be, it's going to be a track meet. And they still have his fantasy score relatively low. I got him over 23.5 fantasy score. Here's my recap. Ewers over 244 passing yards. Sims over 177. Pratt over 237. Milrow over 203. Hartman over 21.5 fantasy. Ward over 20.5 fantasy. Jones over 212 passing. Maye over 25.5 fantasy. Daniels over 238.5 passing yards. And Shedeur Sanders over 23.5 fantasy score. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, I've been doing these videos for, the last 2 weeks. This will be my third week doing it, week 2. I'm pretty confident in my picks this week. I love what's going on. Like I said, keep what you don't, what you love, and just don't worry about, oh man, I don't have to pick every pick. Don't pick every pick I pick. Pick some of the picks, and then the other picks maybe not. Like I said, please subscribe to these videos so you can get these numbers as soon as I put them out. Subscribe, put your notifications on. It helps me want to continue to do these videos. The more subscriptions, the more likes I get, the more views I get. I want to keep doing these videos for you people and everybody out here, and also for myself. So with all that saying, let's have a bull market this week.